Welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Brandon here with Colton, and today we are doing Fate Grand Order Camelot versus Fate main series. This is the deck that was previewed earlier this week. And Colton, what are we facing against?
Well, you are playing into OG Fate, as you mentioned. It's the Elia level 1 into the Saber top end, which I still think is the best way to play, like, the classic Fate series in the current meta. I just think the Pants is so much better in terms of being able to recur combo, get resources, and also, just make sure you get your end game together. So, so 2 sticks.
Fair enough. If you haven't yet seen the profile for this deck, basically we're trying to go through the level 1 to be able to get the resources to power through the rest of the game. We have the 2-1 that allows to early play our level 3 Lion King, which has additional burn effect on attack. Essentially, we're using that combo to try to power us through into our end game. We have an additional level 3 that combos with the same level 1 climax that allows us to potentially burn 3 twice.
Right. We'll go for 2 at 2
Yep.
and for 2.
Also sticks.
So you're playing the bet of your package at 1 and 3 with the Saber that combos with the choice. That combo only heals. Saber comes down early.
Okay. A couple things we're going to do here right away. We're going to brainstorm.
I figured you had a second brainstorm.
Hit 1. We're going to then salvage 1.
Yeah, I think one of the challenges that this deck does have is that it can suffer for hand size if you don't hit your brainstorms and your salvage triggers. So being able to, do top checks just all the time, right? Like every time you drop a Knights of the Round Table character, you look at that top card. That really helps the brainstormer pop off more, especially the stuff that like the runner can scry it. There's other stuff that gets markers, so it also helps if you triple combo.
I mean, it's pretty convenient.
So now you are almost certainly going to have all of your
pieces, for 4.
Yeah. Well, don't love that.
For 2. And then let's see, what do we need?
Whenever something goes into resolution zone, I just assume it's the trigger.
Let's grab the event bonder. Seems like a pretty good choice.
Yep.
Choice again.
For 2 in choice. 2 is good.
Just toss that in there.
All right. I think, as much as this is a bit of a risk, I think we do
Clock
actually Clock Encore this. And I'll take that. Draw.
Fair. So this power level sits at 5,000 defensively. I have full hand and 4 stock at level 1, which is pretty good. I will take that.
Mm-hmm. Clock draw 2. Okay. We will go looking for you, because you're a good card.
She's pretty helpful.
We will top check 4 with the back row Reen, and thank you very much for combo number 3.
Nice.
I think I just hold it up though,
Fair enough.
because these are what, 5?
Yeah, they're 5K.
Hmm. So unfortunately, I can't punch over with this.
Which is why 5K is actually pretty nice here.
Yeah, five's not a terrible number on defense. It's obviously it's not going to win board, but it's not going to lose
Yeah,
board
that's
to
the big thing.
zeros.
Losing board to zeros would be kind of rough.
Yeah,
Which is why this same kind of combo with
I
Slime is a
think
little interesting, because she just sits at 4K defensively, so level zeros could beat over it with the
I
climax.
think unfortunately I do think I have to overplay that more for the mill than anything else. So we're going to be at 6-5 with CX. Attack, look at 4. Add the refresh. Swing for 2.
Yep.
Same thing. This time I think we add the
Sure.
Amagi for 2 again.
2 sticks.
Let's just add a drop search. And then for 3.
Cancel on 3. Center versus waiting room. Stand draw. Okay.
Yeah, I don't love overplaying the drop search there. Like, it would have been really nice to have kept it on board, but I needed to mill down so that I don't get into level 2 with that clock.
Right. Math. We have...
This is the weird turn for Camelot for sure. This is the awkward turn.
There's a couple things I could do. It's just a matter of what thing should I do. Yeah.
Right. Because you have some options here, especially because you did just fill your hand back
here.
up.
I think I pushed that up. I now have to make a decision here.
Yes, you do.
You're out 7. Do you have the other climax in hand? Probably not. So it's probably the last card in the deck.
That's a real good assumption.
Right? It's pretty good assumption there, but it's more of like trying to make sure now that I play this right. Because I can play either the event bonder and get the event, which is fine. It doesn't really do much here, though, because you are 5/5 defensively.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, because the other 2,000 power comes from your combo, so it's only going to swing at 5.
3, 5. It's left 4 left in deck. I think what I do is I play this to clock myself search, and get this one. And then gamble a little bit here.
Interesting. Okay.
Push that forward. So
Fair
I
enough.
win 2 lanes. I'll get the climax back for the refresh. And it'll be really close, but not quite down to 1. I'm going to start here first.
Yep.
Up to level 3. You don't run the Berserker early play. You would have seen. I was
This
about to
deck doesn't
say,
run early plays. We don't have the stock for
like,
that.
I would have seen the Reen if it was. I'm gonna grab this one and
Okay.
then swing for 2.
It does, in fact, cancel on 1. Refresh point.
I'm gonna swing here at 6/5 because it gets the extra
Yep.
1,000. There's the salvage. We're gonna salvage what? I mean, I have all the pieces I need for the combo. I have all the things that I need for that. It's more of what
Right.
do I want access to next?
Well, if you were playing against anything that wasn't Fate, you would probably try to get a
See, I
backup
already have
off of
that too.
this.
Like, I have the perfect board for next game for the next level. It's just more of like normally what I would grab here is I'd probably grab Mordred, assuming they play an early play. But
Right.
yeah,
But you definitely know that I
you have
don't.
thoroughly revealed you do not have early plays, so probably the Event Bonder, and it's probably just more of just
Makes
fodder for
sense.
ditching, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's
just
fair.
with the 2. If you, yeah, do.
Cancel on 2.
I'm gonna side here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Side for 0.
Side for 1 because of the climax.
Ah, right. Nice. Okay. Okay. I
I just
think.
bury the 1 CX, unfortunately, and then put that one in the stock.
It's tempting. I did triple cancel. You know what? I think I do keep this around. I think I do use this. That's fine. Alright. Draw. I don't mind clocking myself into... I don't mind clocking myself into 2 here. Let's do this first. We'll grab the Shiro so that we can guarantee our CX. So these are now what? 5,
4, 5. Yep.
4,
And then
5, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The level 1 combo is the only thing that keeps power across turn.
Sure. At least one of these 2 cards is a cancel. Maybe both. We're just going to do this. That gives everybody
Well,
extra
you know it's
5.
not both because you saw I triggered twice.
I did see you trigger twice. That's right. So we're looking at 6, 6, 4. All right. All right. Let's see if we can't ping for 1 here.
Ah, you got me.
1. Yes, we did it. Swing here, over for 1.
Fresh. Fresh. Oh, gross.
Oof. And swing here for 2 and pants. We'll take
Cancel.
that. We'll grab this. And now I need to ditch down. I will ditch the blinker because I don't think the blink does anything in this matchup.
Draw. No clock.
All right, so now it's saber time.
Saber time. Before I do saber time, though, we're going to 2 or less early play. Ditch.
Fair enough.
Heal the stock to pay 2.
I think this is my early play of choice in Camelot because it's 1 stock heals and 2
Right.
is red.
Try to give you the combo of the Magi.
And don't forget to top check.
Ooh, top check. Top check is neat.
Top check's neat.
Climax slam.
Yep, heal 1.
On attack, burn 3.
On attack, send your
It
thing
has not gotten to
away.
your time yet. You get to deal 3 first. Sure.
I'm still doing it.
Which one are you sending away?
That one.
Is it clock? Waiting room.
Yep,
Sure.
it just sends it to waiting room.
Swing here. Hey, look. It's back in hand.
2's good. That's fine. I will let you pay 2 for it again. I don't want you to double field that thing.
I will side again. For 1.
1's good. All right. So that's the only one that dies. Draw. Neat.
13 currently. And then the other's 2-5. Mm-hmm.
Clock draw 2. We're going to seek out this one. No, that's not what we go with. We're going to be smart about this. We're just going to... Not you. Wrong one. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Click the wrong thing twice. There we go.
Okay. See how this goes.
I think... Yeah, I think the play here is actually just to do this. Look at up to 4. Add the only target. And then to overplay and refresh.
Mm-hmm.
And then draw 1. I don't love what that does for my compression, but unfortunately, I think it's more important to save the ping than to actually refresh a couple cards better. Drop the CX first, then do this.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it up to 4, add 1. Swings for 2.
3.
Swing for 2
Correct.
again. Yeah, 3. Wow. Math's really hard. And we'll crash here, look it up to 4. Add this one. Swing is for 2.
Yeah, it's fine. 2 sticks.
I don't think that could have gone a whole lot better for me right
Draw.
there.
Let's clock. 1, 2. Play that down. Play top check. No, don't stop. Ditch. Get that one. Because I am 3. Can do that. Play the event. Grab that one. Overplay. Top check. Good to know. Slide that over. Do I or do I not? I will brainstorm.
Okay.
Hit 1. Salvage 1. Let's get grab that one. Okay. No.
Blind
Right, we
Yoburns,
do.
we love
We're
them.
swing here first. For 4.
Okay. Cancel on 2, good start.
Attack reveal. It's a 0. For 2.
2 is good.
Let's get counter to hand. On attack, reveal, another 0 for 2.
2 is good. Alright. Those are both dead. Draw. We can clock and draw 2. That's fine. On play, we go get our CX. And then we play the saber and heal.
Hmm?
I think we can just push that forward. We'll drop this to protect this. I don't think there's any, like, I don't think there is
there's
anything
no tap counter. There's no
that does that. There's nothing like that in Camelot, but it's a good habit to be in. Yeah, I think that's pretty much just it. Then we just go and try to blow this out. So now we're in an interesting position because I'm pretty sure that what you're clean one of two, because you would have slammed choice if you
Yeah.
no, you just triggered it. So you are these
Mm-hmm.
two are definitely clean. So we're now in a position where when we pay this one and move this CX here, we can crash here for 2, and we know we're going to stick it. So we'll push you to 3-4, and that will let us basically have 4 swings to close.
Mm-hmm.
I swing here, but I don't think I give any
Well, I mean,
soul.
you give soul to probably the character that's already been reversed.
Yeah. Swing will be for 3.
I am going to mill counter, so you get to put the bottom 5 cards of your deck into waiting room. Yep.
Of my deck in the waiting room? Okay. The bottom
5.
4 cards of my deck? Okay.
Cancel on 1.
Cancels on 1. And then swing here. Ditching 3, giving itself the cancel burns for 3.
I'm on mill counter again. So another 5.
Okay.
I lose, but
Fair enough.
setting up for the refresh on that next swing back to hopefully close out the game on that turn. But
Sure.
yep, nope, I lost the game. Close, by the way. Just throw that out there. Anyway, yeah, no, Camelot does what it does. Burns consistently.
Yeah, I think it leans really heavily into its top check stuff. Like it has between the Agravain and the Runner and the level 1 bomb and the level 0 oversize. Like it's got a whole bunch of stuff that top checks.
Well,
So-
on the level 2 turn, I went through 5 climaxes in the top 10 cards. So I was out 6 climaxes with 23 cards left in deck.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I was able to stick 7
Yeah.
and just push you into 3.
With that in mind, it makes it a little more difficult to get. It likes to have an extra turn, right? It likes to have an extra turn at.
Yeah, it
At
kind
2.
of needs an extra turn. Frankly, like it just does not generate resources very fast.
Could I have played more into the?
Like especially if you whiff your brainstormers, then it's
Could I have
just kinda
played more
game
into the
over.
top end? Yeah, I could have.
But that also requires
Well,
you
yeah,
having.
I had an opportunity, right? When I got the event bonder, I could have grabbed this instead.
I mean the CX.
Sure, I have ways of getting it with the 1-0. So, like,
Fair
could I have
enough.
played more into it? Yeah, I could have.
Like-
but at the same time, I think this is what
Yeah,
it's
I
supposed
think
to do.
that is-
Like, you're supposed to get those burns out. Another thing that I could have done differently as well.
Right, no,
When I did the top check for this one, I did reveal level 1. So instead of brainstorming there, which I was like 2 out of 8, 2 out of 9, I could have just left it,
left it and burned for 1. Yeah.
which would have left a climax in deck of the top 4, top 5.
Yeah, no, it would have made it a lot harder for me to
Yeah,
close
but
out for sure.
just different things that could have been done differently. Otherwise, yeah, I think the deck is great. I think the deck's fun. Getting Saber out consistently, like, never had issue with that. Had the counter in hand, so like you have the power defensively for board. As we saw here, pretty weak to the anti-change counter. But even then, still was able to get the burn off, so it was like the swing happened.
Sure, yeah.
So, deck's pretty consistent. Does what it does. Again, we had the deck profile for it earlier this week. The deck itself is relatively cheap. Like, I think right now it's about $50 or something like that for TCG Player.
It's probably about it's close to 100. Like the Bedivirs and the Sabers by themselves are about 10 apiece.
They're about 7 now, currently. I looked it up.
They've all dropped to 7.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's pretty good. So yeah, you're still looking at probably 80, just because like some of the zeros are still at least a couple bucks. But yeah, no, like $80 for a deck like this, that's not bad at all. So, and this is the deck that if you're buying into Camelot, this is the deck you're playing. So if you want to buy into it, then now is a pretty good time.
it's a functional Saber deck.
Yeah, that makes 2 of them now. But yeah, that's it for us. We'll have Weiss 101 on Tuesday, 5 cards, 5 minutes for Tokyo Revengers on Thursday. We'll be back with a Clock Talk the following Tuesday. We're going to wrap up everything Springfest. And then on the 14th, we will have more gameplay. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.